Shalom. Want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakral, Kadash. Salutations to your brothers out. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. The apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to your brothers out there on the highways and byways that's doing this work sincerely, diligently, and faithfully. Now I want to go into this topic right here. It says, and it's dated February 15, 2018. Says President's budgets will cut food stamps assistance for millions and rapid and ridiculous ridiculously restructure food stamps. And this is just gonna affect, millions of people, most of our people, you know what I mean? Because, mostly our people, because we're the ones that are really on those food stamps, not just us, but, there's rapidly, so-called white people, Edomites, that are on food stamps too. But mainly this is gonna go towards our people. I'm really talking about our people, you know what I mean? This is gonna affect them more. Because, it's all about the nation of Israel. So, in that day, and that's just rapidly right around the corner, So a lot of our people, are going to be affected by these cuts, that this administration is pushing. And it's just going to mainly affect our people. Because, our people are not prepared for this, you know what I mean? Or they're not really, right now they're in la la land right now, They think that these government assistance, and these government subsidies is, it's going to be around forever. But, you know what I mean? But that's how our people are thinking. They don't think that this society is really going to go down, you know what I mean? They're just stuck in this matrix and thinking that things are just going to continue for another 100 years. But you know what I mean? But when reality kicks them in their faces, you know what I mean? When it kicks them dead in their faces, they're not going to know how to respond to it, you know what I mean? Or they're not going to know how to react or where to go from, or where to go from there once it hits, you know what I mean? And we, the prophets of the Most High, we're out there noising this word abroad and warning our people. We're warning our people that these things are coming and they're not taking heed to what we're saying. You know what I mean? They're not taking heed to the rumors of wars. They're not taking heed to the RFID microchip that's about to come. You know what I mean? They're not taking heed to the famines, the pestilences that's about to come upon this place, that's about to come upon America. Nor they're not taking heed that America is about to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. So, but this right here, you know what I mean? This is just gonna hit a lot of our people, you know what I mean? And hunger, being hungry is not a pleasant thing, you know what I mean? It's not a fun thing. So I want to go into this precept right here in the book of Luke, the 21st chapter, where Yahweh Shai, back then was, given warning. Even Yahweh Shai was given warning back then, during the time, of the Romans. So this is where Yahweh Shai was prophesying that the Romans was going to come in and destroy Jerusalem. That they were going to have to flee in the mountains, which is Africa, which most of our people did in the year 70 AD. We was fleeing from Roman persecution, and most of us fled into Africa. Most of us fled different directions, but the bulk of us, fled into the land of Africa, But those that stayed, were destroyed, Had a thing called Masada, where most of our people dwelt in, and the Romans couldn't get us there. So what did they do? They blocked food from coming in, so nothing coming in and nothing coming out. You know what I mean? So this is just gonna be another repeat of that situation. You know what I mean? And not to mention, We already had a little Masada incident that happened during the time of Hurricane Katrina. You know what I mean? Or where that storm hit, and the government blocked blocked all avenues. You know what I mean? Nobody in, nobody out. And there were people that were bringing food and bringing subsidies and things that that they wanted to help out the Jakes that were suffering in that incident. But Esau was blocking Esau things, so they weren't coming in, and they weren't coming out. So that's the situation. So we already had that little mini massage. Are gonna go through this, So all of us right now are in America. All the are right here in America. And let me just get into this precept. Quit rambling and rumbling. Let me let the precepts talk. All right, this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein too. Verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. You know what I mean? So when we fled out of the land of Israel, that was the fulfillment of Deuteronomy the 28th chapter, going into the curses. You know what I mean? Because once we fled out of there, we didn't see the land again. We didn't go back to our homeland again as a nation. We fled into the land of Africa, and then from Africa, that's where we came here. That's when we were gathered up by the so-called Arabs and Romans, and we came here. So, and that's a fulfillment of Deuteronomy chapter, saying to be filled. So that's what Yahushua was talking about when he said that. Now here's the point, verse 23, and it says, But woe unto them that are with child. But woe unto them that are with child, and them that give suck in those days, for they shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and they shall be led away into captivity in all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. You know what I mean? And that's talking about their rulership, you know what I mean? Which is now, the heathen is up above us, and we're at the bottom of the totem pole, which are the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But yeah, with these food cuts, you know what I mean? And with these Jakes, these Jakes that has these babies, they're gonna be hungry. You know what I mean? And they're gonna be starving, and there's just gonna be no food to eat, And not only that, you know what I mean? This EMP too, that's just gonna cut off everything. That's just gonna shut everything down, And it's an old fact that these grocery stores can only hold up but a 3-day supply worth of food. You know what I mean? And when the resources or the trucks, are shut down and not in operating, are not operating, thus these trucks cannot bring these foods to the grocery stores and replenish, and stock up for the remaining 3 days, of supply worth of food that's left. So with the avenue of the transportation getting cut off, you know what I mean? And that's just gonna lead to the famine, Everything is gonna run out within hours, you know what I mean? And that's just gonna lead to a big famine. And these single mothers out here, which are our people, with these with 6, 7, 8 kids, you know what I mean? And they all hungry, crying. It's gonna be a harsh thing. And this is what Yahushua was referring to. You know what I mean? When he was talking about woe unto them that are with child in those days, which are the women, because it's an old fact that when any time a calamity or tribulation has come, that the ones that suffer the most are the women and the children. You know, just look at the time of Hurricane Katrina. Ones that suffered were the women and the children. And this event is coming. It's just right around the corner. So So this so this is gonna take place. This might be fulfilled this year. You know what I mean? This very thing might just come to pass this year. We see all the turmoil that's going on all over the world. This just might hit this year. So be ready, because it's gonna hit, and it's gonna hit hard. So with that, this has just been another edition of GMS Tell Like It Is. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakwa Kadash. Salutations to y'all brothers out there on the highways and byways. And double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to y'all brothers out there on the highways and byways. And with that, I'll say Shalom.